From the Bronx?
Originally, I came from California.
So where are you from in California?
San Diego, but
okay.
Like a little
southern.
small town called Spring Valley.
And you lived in the Bronx for how long?
13 years.
Okay, so you know the Bronx really well too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I think people that travel more are more interesting.
Wait, I want to travel. I want to go to either China or maybe Japan.
Wow. When I talk to other people or I read about people in other countries, then I feel like I'm really rich. Even though even just like to have your own car, to have just that little space, to have food to eat every day. You know, do you have any opinions on that?
Honestly, everybody's rich. Everybody's worthy. Everybody's perfect in their own little, you know.
Even in other countries?
Exactly. How's everybody appreciative of us if the government or the president or higher people is like, oh, they're immigrants, we don't want them, they need a green card. It's all about United States. If it's the United States, why can't we all be one? This whole world be one. Why can't we all get along instead of fighting, instead of the war? Yeah.
So there shouldn't be this distinction with America being America. We should all kind of be together.
We have to.
Right, I agree with you on that. Do you have a particular religion that you ascribe to?
No. I'm not religious.
No?
No.
Are you interested in Christianity at all?
Not too much, but I've had friends that are Christian. I've had friends that are Catholic.
Myself, I'm not Catholic, but I'm Christian.
Yeah.
And what I believe in is the Bible, first of all.
And the Bible it's very strong. It's very strong.
Have you read it?
I've been to a Catholic school.
1 mile. Turn left
we've had to
on
read
Lawrence
the Bible,
Avenue.
but I'm not saying the actual Bible because I believe there's different verses, if I'm not mistaken.
There's different verses, but they all work together. The Catholic Bible has different books in it, and my belief on the Catholic Church is they say that they believe in the Bible, but if you read the Bible, you don't see the Catholic Church. There's a lot of extra stuff. For example, the saints, praying to saints. So I think what it comes down to is, am I going to believe in the Bible or am I going to believe in the Catholic Church? And I think a lot of people choose the Catholic Church. But if you're looking at the Bible, the main teaching is that Jesus is the only way into heaven. And so we need to believe in him, but you can have your own relationship with him aside from the church. It's good to have a church, but that church should be supporting my relationship with Jesus and supporting my faith and the work that God's doing in my life. That's what I believe. And in turn, I want to support the church and the church's mission. But I think that the church should be there for the people rather than the people there for the church. And a lot of churches, I think, are like that. They kind of have their own thing going and they don't care about people. But one of the major teachings of the Bible is love. It even says in John, I think it's John 4:8, 1 John 4:8, God is love. So that's the major thing that, you know, if I go to a church, I can tell if they're a good church based on how they treat the people. You know, if they just ignore me and act like I don't matter, well, that's not true. I do matter to God. You know, that's why it says that God so loved the world that he sent his son. You know, you might have heard of that from the book of John. I happened to grab some copies of the New Testament from my church. If you're interested, I can give you one. I don't know if you're...
whatever you like, ma'am.
Okay, cool. These are called Tracts. They have the plan of salvation on them. That's basically just like a prayer that you can say, you know. I mean, there's a lot going on in this world. Like, even on the news today, they're talking about going to war with Iran and everything. But the way I look at it is this life is really temporary. So, you know, it's important to know where you're going after. You know, that's what it's all about. So
that is true. That is more than 100% true, because there's a saying that there's an afterlife or something. Once you die, there's an afterlife. I personally don't believe it much.
Okay.
because I haven't seen it.
Right. That's called faith. And your faith will strengthen by reading the Bible. It says in the Bible, faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word of God. It says the just shall live by faith. So if you don't have faith in God or Jesus or the afterlife, you're going to have faith in something. You know, everybody's got some kind of a belief system. Even if you believe what the schools are teaching, which is evolution, that's not a very good thing to have faith in, because that's kind of like nothingness. You know, it's like nothing's going to happen. But if there's a really great God who created everything, he created that bird right there, you know, to me that's really amazing. Then why wouldn't he be a good God? Why wouldn't he be a loving God? Why wouldn't he want us to have everything? Why wouldn't he give us everything? And that's the thing, through Jesus, he does give us everything. Like, we inherit it with him.
Now, here's a question I want to ask. Before anybody, before him, who was the first ones living in this world?
I believe the Bible teaches it's Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was original sin, which was the fall. That's how we all kind of inherited the sin nature. And you can say, well, I'm not a sinner, I've never sinned. But, you know, did you ever lie to your mom and dad? Did you ever steal anything? Did you ever swear? You know, the Bible teaches we've all sinned and come short of the glory of God. And because of that, the price has to be paid. And, you know, that's what Jesus did, is he paid the price for everyone who will receive it. But somebody who says, no, I'm going to do this on my own, you know, good luck getting yourself into heaven, you know, because there's no way that there's nothing I can do except say, okay, God, whatever you say, you know. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to just say, I mean, you can just say, yeah, I believe it, that's great. But, you know, a lot of us who are thinkers, you're going to want to read the Bible and say, you know, God, reveal this to me. Tell me if this is really the truth.